So we're about 400 yards along the trail here, and Shane's still going strong at least. You know, and I may look like I'm doing okay, but deep down inside my boot, my sock is falling off, and it's really bugging me. Welcome back, guys, to another Backwoods Boys episode. There's a trail not far from here that we call the Twisty Trail, and it's only a couple miles long or so, but it opens up a whole new area that has been very, very good for us for marten and for lynx as well. But due to a lot of really bad winters, the forest has kind of just collapsed all over the trail. So today, my brother and I, we're going to go and we're going to see if we can open it up. But first, we have to make sure that we find it first. So, you guys are welcome to come along for the ride. This is just life on the line. Well, guys, believe it or not, but that's the trail, or what's left of it. So, mission 1, we found what's left of it. Now the fun starts. So, you wouldn't think it this far up north, but I found a friend. A stick. I'm so lonely. So guys, we're not going to tell Shane that I was pulling up the snowmobile here and accidentally hit a tree. Okay guys? This will be our little secret. Oh, I'm done.
Some of you might wonder why I go through all the work of digging all the way down to some of these logs that are very way down in the snow. I mean, we're driving a snow machine, surely it could climb over top of them, and in truth it could. But you learn when you're up here that you don't take risks that don't need to be taken. And other trappers on here, I'm sure, can back me up on that. When you're in the middle of the nowhere, you don't want to risk driving a stick up through the bottom of your sled and leave yourself stranded up here. So it's just better safe than sorry.
So Shane and I have been cutting trail here as hard as we can, as fast as we can, but night is falling. It's about 4:30, getting close to 5 here, and we have lost the trail. It's just matchsticks out here all of a sudden. Shane and I have been wandering around for the last half hour trying to find some semblance of a trail or even something that we can fit a snowmobile through. But it's just so packed. If we're not able to find the trail in the light, then we're definitely not going to find the trail in the dark. So my guess is that we're going to be continuing this tomorrow.
All right, so here we are. We're kind of winding down for the day. We have not gotten through the trail. It's been tough slugging. And now at this point, I mean, you can look ahead. We've basically got a wall here. So trying to figure out where this trail goes. I'm not finding much for axe marks on the trees. I'm not finding much for sawing off logs. But just back a little ways, we've got the remains of an old lynx cubby that Dale and I had set up years ago. And a couple of sawn logs. So I think we're on the trail, correct trail, as of where the snowmobile is sitting right now. I'm just trying to figure out where it's going from here. So I would like to figure out where it's going for tonight, and then we can pack up and head her in for the night, and then tackle the rest of it tomorrow. So we're losing light fast here, but after a lot of walking through a lot of snow, we've found where the trail is supposed to be. You can see here it's very clearly chainsawed off. There's a couple of small ones down low here, but that confirms that we know where the trail is at least. We'll come back in the morning. Now we just got a long slog back to where the snowmobile is. We're gonna call it a night. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Hey guys, this is the second day now of our little trail clearing expedition. It's quite a bit colder today than it was yesterday, but the sun is definitely shining brighter than it was yesterday, so hopefully that'll help a little bit. And as you guys know, we lost the trail for a while there, but before we ended it for the day, we made sure that we knew where the trail began again, and well, that's what we're going to try getting through today. So we're back at it again, guys. We're back at the entrance where we lost the trail yesterday. But now we know where we're going at least. So now the hard work continues.
So it's a lot colder today, way colder than yesterday. The sun isn't really helping us a whole lot in this thick spruce and small pines. The chainsaw had to stop and fuel up, and that's all the time it took. The rewind froze up so that the dog doesn't fly out to catch when you're pulling it. So it's just total slack right now. But we have a cool little bush fix to work in a pinch. It's a very temporary fix because it obviously doesn't dry the saw out properly. But if you can get into the muffler of your snowmobile, you can hold the rewind up close there for a little bit. Make sure it's not touching anything, you don't want to melt it. But it should thaw the ice enough that it should give some traction, so we're going to give it a try here. And it should just about do it. Easy bush fix. Okay, I guess we're going to film this. Just telling Cole, this could be great marten territory because of all the black spruce here, but I think it's actually too thick for marten even. Because when Dale and I were chopping it, we would never find any marten or fisher in here, and the only lynx tracks we would find in here were tracks following our trail. They weren't coming out of this stuff, they'd get onto it in a clearing either further on or back behind us, and they'd just follow the trail, which makes it decent for lynx trapping because they're going to follow your trail and come across your cubby at some point. But it wasn't any good for marten stuff, even though it looks like it'd be prime marten territory. And that's just like this small section of trail where it's really thick black spruce. We get out the trail we're trying to connect to with this one, it opens up more. It still has a bunch of black spruce and boggy areas, but it's not nearly this thick, and that's definitely ideal marten territory. There's lots of marten in there, where there has been in past years. Hopefully there is this year, but just it's this few hundred yards of dead stretch between here and there. It's a bit of a mystery, I guess. So had a bit of a tough patch here. That's the trail. You can kind of see, or kind of not really see, behind me. It's looking pretty bad, but I'm just going to climb a tree and see how far of a stretch this is. I mean, not that we have a whole lot of choice. We can't really cut through this thick black spruce, but just for a little bit of encouragement, you guys know how far we have to go with it. So there's the trail. It's not exactly looking the best, but gotta keep spirits up. It looks good, Cole. I can see the trail. Oh boy, we got a long ways to go.
Alright guys, we're losing light pretty fast here. I'm thinking we're getting pretty close to the end of the trail here, but not entirely sure. But light is falling fast. We're gonna pack it up for now. It's just not safe anymore, and we're gonna try it again tomorrow. Here we go guys, day number 3.
Funny there, guys. We from where we stopped last night, we were about 100 yards from being out with one tree left to cut off the trail, but we made it. We've got an open trail ahead of us. We're going to go for a cruise here and see what tracks we can find and hopefully set up a new area. Again, the importance of opening that little trail, it's only about 1.5 miles, 2 miles, but it opens up probably 30 miles of trail for us here of great lynx and marten area. So now we're gonna go see what we can find. We'll hopefully see you guys in another episode soon. Thank you for watching this one. Like, comment, and subscribe. Remember to put your comments in the bottom there. We love hearing from you guys. We'll catch you in the next one. See you later.